A major part of being a game dev is understanding how to market your game and be able to share your little piece of art with the world. I'm going to do something a bit different today and explore what makes me want to buy or try a game. I'll look for something on itch.io and see what pops out to me and why. So here we are with the itch.io front page. You'll see that it takes me directly to latest featured games, which looks quite seasonal. Games relating to autumn and Halloween. Immediately a game catches my attention called Atuel, I think that's how it's pronounced. I think it was the simple contrast of the land and the sky, with the colour palette evoking something pensive or mysterious. First thing I notice on the page are all pretty visuals and colours. Everything looks like it's based in some sort of dream world or just past the point of twilight. My eyes are drawn next to the bullet points. For some reason I skip the initial narrative because it just looks too wordy. I'm a dopamine addict and I need information fast, and I need it now. Bullet points will do that. So the bullet points detail some things like beautiful audio-visual experience focused on contemplative exploration. Okay, but that doesn't exactly sound like a game to me. I still haven't figured out what the gameplay is. I go back to the initial narrative. Atuel is a surrealist documentary game in which you explore beautiful, dreamlike landscapes. More like a walking game thing where you explore things. Anyway, I watched the trailer. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful.
Toda ese agua que en su momento seguía su curso natural, la desviamos, secamos parte de los humedales y quitamos el agua de esas zonas naturales. Es un impacto negativo.
El ser humano estamos como conectados con el río. Somos parte del río.
But I'm not interested in the experience itself. So, back to itch. Nothing really catches my eye until I hit Foundry. It's actually a really clever thumbnail because of its use of contrast between the logo and the background, giving a glimpse of what the game is about. I'd seen ads for this before and it looked very, very interesting. I'm also very much into building and economy or efficiency type games, so this appeared to be perfect for me. I watched the trailer, which was incredibly well put together with good pacing and music. Funny thing is, I didn't really see the purpose of the big machines or what the game was about except building machines which appeared to eat up the forest. Something about that put me off. Maybe I wasn't in the mood for destroying nature. I moved on to look for another game. Scrolling down a bit, in and amongst all these dark thumbnails I noticed something a bit more colourful. And what looks like low poly cute dog game called Doghouse 2. Seems like a fun game, but I also didn't really get the point, so I move on. This time I click on top rated games. I noticed something which looks simple and cute, called Goodbye Doggy, and check it out. Basically this game is about a family grieving for their recently passed dog, and your mission is to do small things to cheer them up. Maybe it was the ease of access of not having to download anything, but I was drawn to it. I also quickly checked the comments to see what others thought, and frankly I was looking for negative reviews. I only found very complimentary positive comments, so I decided to play it. I'll just show you some snippets of the game. Frankly, I thought it was adorable. The gameplay itself was very simple, and this is more of a story type game, but I was still intrigued to see where it would take me and how many tasks I would need to do in order to cross over into doggy heaven and cheer up my human family. It had some pretty hilarious bits to it as well, such as completing homework for the little boy, which made absolutely no sense. It only takes about 10 minutes to finish the game, and up into doggy heaven I go. It was also mildly cathartic to play this as I lost my family dog just last year. Well, thanks Picogram for this lovely little experience. I was tempted to donate a couple of dollars to Picogram, but I'll be honest, the thought of having to enter in credit card details for such a small amount actually made it harder to proceed than simply buying a game in the first place. Some of you might judge me for that, but I'm just trying to be honest and show the reality. So to summarize what I learned from my own selection process of finding and paying for a game, first of all, itch.io appears to have a large number of hobby project games, which are perhaps not designed for the average gamer, but more for game devs who are themselves interested in independent and original games. Thumbnails, much like any other platform, are incredibly important. Having something which stands out in the crowd and, is not too busy, doesn't have too much going on inside, and has just the right amount of contrast, and also plays with complementary colors and color palette. Now, all of that stuff is important. In terms of game descriptions, these should be simple, concise, and easy on the eyes, such as using bullet points. Payment isn't in and of itself an issue if the game is appealing enough. The psychology behind donations, however, is different. I do wonder if a Patreon or monthly subscription model is actually preferable in this sense, because it makes you feel like you're part of the developer's community and projects, instead of a donation that appears to disappear into the void. The interesting thing is, if Goodbye Doggy was being sold for a couple of dollars, I think I would have paid that in order to try it out. I hope you all enjoyed this process of actually finding games and having a bit of a walkthrough of the game itself. I'm hoping to do at least one of these, say, every few weeks or every month, just to keep me on my toes and just so I can understand the market better. And if you like what you see, go ahead, press that like button, and if you wish to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.